I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
Devin, what was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 172 of the SZN Podcast. I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, before I kick off the episode, please make sure you head over to our Instagram, which is SZN Podcast, or our Twitter, which is SZN Pod. There's a link in the bio on both of those pages there, which will take you to where we're situated at streaming-wise. So if you like audio, Spotify, Apple Podcast links, all of that stuff is there. And then visuals, we get the episodes uploaded to the YouTube channel, which is also there every Thursday, Friday. So make sure you guys do that. And give us a like, follow, all that good stuff. Flowz, how have you been?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm good. Few talking points this week to talk about. Knackered. So let's bang this one out, man. Let's go straight. Let's take it all the way through. Where do you want to start, Flowz? Because obviously we've got, I think, two main cards really to talk about. To be honest, I know where I want to start. I know where I want to start. Let's take it.
Yeah, go on.
Let's take it in chronological order, right?
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Forget this whole home team stuff. Nah, if that. So chronological order, right? Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis. That was the fight of. Oh wow, man! Start with the Regis. Oh no,
Regis.
Flowz. What? Please enlighten us. Why are you saying Regis in that tone and that demeanor?
Boy, we saw a cooking, a legit cooking.
It's fair to say it's a cooking flow, yeah.
And the type of cooking we haven't seen in a long time.
Well, no, that's not true, Flowz. We literally saw it in.
We did. I'll take that back. We did.
We literally saw it when September, was it August? September. I can't remember when it was.
Yeah,
that's
even the worst cooking.
If you know, you know it. I don't have to go into it because I'm still hurt. But if you know, you know.
Let's leave it like that.
But
yeah,
it was along those lines, right? Though it was like that.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, bad.
Well, I mean, we're gonna get into it. We both. Yeah. Well, for listeners, we both predicted an outcome.
Yes.
But I don't think we saw it going.
So, simple question to you, Flowz. We both said Devin Haney will win. He won. Did you expect it to be like that? So dominant.
Look, at most, the potential I expected was we were saying it last week that it's on Regis to make this a difficult fight. That in terms of skill, Devin Haney could outpoint him 12 rounds to a comfy win potentially.
Yes.
But what we saw was rocking, staggering, hurting,
multiple times.
And that is why I didn't envision. I didn't see Haney doing damage like that.
Yeah. Because I watched the fight for live, Flowz. I know you caught it the next day. So when you've woken up and you've seen, because I remember your message to me clearly as well, all the question marks and stuff, were you expected to hear that Devin Haney dropped my man and hurt him, stumbled him multiple times? You weren't expecting that at all, were you?
No, not
from pillow-fisted Haney, right?
Not at all.
Oh, man.
And we discussed it last episode, or maybe previously when Hayden was on, that we've seen Devin Haney sit down on these punches and try to get people out of there and fail miserably.
Haney brought up Gamboa, which is the famous one, because Gamboa, as you said, notoriously chinny. He wasn't even able to wobble my man. And Gamboa goes down with ease. So, yeah.
Sit down on these punches and try to get... But, caveat being, Gamboa was trying to survive. He was legit.
On his bike,
He was on his bike. He was trying to survive. Not that he was hurt at points, but he wasn't trying to engage, really.
Yeah.
So, I could... Let's get into the fight. How did it... From round 1 to 12, I guess. Let's do the breakdown.
So, in fact, I'm pretty sure I even still got my scorecards up, because I'm pretty sure I gave Regis round 1, Okay. That was the only round I gave him. I gave Regis one round, his entire thing. Most people had Regis, gave him 0. Most people I know gave him 0 rounds.
Yeah.
I actually gave him the first round, I believe. And I think it was round 1. And, no, I actually gave Haney. I think I gave, I'm looking at it here now. I gave Haney round 1, actually. It was the second round I gave Regis. But anyways, so the fight started off now, and Haney's got on what I expected him to get on. Behind the jab, boxing very, very well. But I've noticed straight from the off, Haney's come out a bit aggressive. What more aggressive than I thought it would be? I'm there thinking, because again, I thought Haney would win this fight, but I assumed the game plan would be he goes back to but he'll go back to, because he's shown that he can do it before, in terms of being very difficult to hit. Jab, jab, jab. Hayden called it peck, peck, peck. And then as soon as Regis tries to come in close, grab or smother and make the fight in that way. And that obviously nullifies Regis's work. Whilst obviously you can jab off this guy, because we know the size difference. Haney, even though Regis is a natural 140-pounder, Haney is longer than him. And as we can see on the night flows, he looked huge in there. He looked massive compared to Regis.
Good. Pause.
Best shape we've seen.
Good at the weight, yeah.
Bro, he looked really like natural at the weight. So it's like, okay, wow. So I was surprised to see him in round one. Obviously, I knew he'll work behind the jab because he's a superb boxer, Haney. But he's there coming in and coming aggressively. And I'm thinking, wow, okay. But he's not standing in front of Regis, of course not. He's still doing nice boxing stuff in terms of jab, but using combinations. I knew Regis will have to, obviously, the keys to victory for Regis was he has to find a way inside somehow. Because Haney, obviously, using that superior reach, is going to be able to pick him off from the outside. And actually, what I liked about Regis, especially in the early rounds, well, the first 2 rounds anyways, was that Regis started going to the body quite early. I think as early as round 1, to be honest. It was round 2, he was investing into the body. And so that's good. Because obviously, with Haney's jab coming out, as a smaller man, if you can sort of, weave away from that whilst using the counter shots to the body, that can, as you're stepping in, that can serve you well if you can do that. And that's what I can see that's what he was trying to do. But round 1, I gave to Haney. Haney, to me, I liked his work. I liked the start. I just like the fact that he looked a bit more aggressive than he normally does. So fair play to him. Because again, I said, he can outbox this guy. It's just whether he can stop himself from getting caught. That's the thing. Because Regis, you could see Regis was waiting for that left hand. He was that famous left hand. He was waiting for it. But for early rounds, that first round, anyways, I thought, okay, cool. Haney did a good thing. And then second round, I gave to Regis. I thought Regis did a bit of good body work for me. So I've got one apiece after 2. And obviously, when we get to 3, that's when it just starts unraveling for Regis. But what were your thoughts on the earlier rounds, the first 2 rounds specifically, Flowz?
No, from what I know of Haney, he's always fairly disciplined in the game plan. We've seen it with Lomachenko, stuck to the game plan for 12 rounds. Prior to that, he's what we've known of Haney prior to that, his boxing ability always sticks to the game plan typically.
Yes.
So this one, you could already see the game plan from round 1. He's going to try control the center of the ring, but he's going to keep his distance with footwork. His footwork was amazing throughout the fight. Brilliant. Brilliant. But utilizing the jab, moving to Regis's left.
Yes.
Nullifying his left.
Right or left? It'll be
circling. Wait. You got me baffled.
I swear it's the right. Well,
nullifying his left hand, nullifying his left hand. So circling to Fingy's right.
It's right.
Circling to nullify Regis's left. And then keeping his distance and controlling the jab, being sharp and super focused. So I like the distance control. I like the footwork. I liked the jab. And like we say, he's not really a runner, Haney, in terms of he wasn't getting on his bike and avoiding in that sense. He was really trying to control the center of the ring, really. But using his footwork to control the range. So I liked what I was seeing there. And it was a question of whether Regis can close the gap. And he was not going to out-jab him. The reach was too crazy. But if he could find ways to work his way on the inside, the body should work in the second round, like you say, you could see he was trying to implement. But even, I think early on I could see, his feet ain't keeping up. His feet ain't catching him.
Early on I could see that, obviously we knew it would be an issue anyways, but you could tell early on, just for 2 rounds, Flowz, this reach issue, this closing the get distance is going to be a serious issue here for Regis, because as you said, Flowz, Haney's a master distance control. Master it. Like he knows his tools. He knows what he can do with it. And yeah, you're seeing Regis. That body work which he did in round 2 was probably the best work he did all fight. Because as I said, Flowz, it all went crashing down from round 3 onwards, bro, honestly. And I didn't expect it. I remember I gasped when it happened. And I'm talking about the knockdown here, Flowz. In round 3, flush, beautiful shot. Caught him as he was coming in. I'm pretty sure it was set up, from what I remember, it was set up behind the jab as well. He sets everything up behind the jab, Flowz. And we've seen Regis drop. And it didn't seem heavy to me. It wasn't that heavy. Regis was shaking his head, he was like, yeah, fair enough. Yeah. But it was one of the ones that I think saps all the confidence, Flowz, because you got to bear in mind, throughout its entire build-up, Regis has spoken about how this guy is pillow-fisted. He can't hurt me. He can't touch me. He won't be able to drop me. Remember when Haney said in the face-off straight away, like, I'm going to knock you out. And Regis was like, come on, bro. Stop capping. Come on now. Cap. Like, that shot, I'm looking into his eyes, man. I could see, like, he's like, rah.
Yeah.
I let this pillow-fisted guy drop me. That's peak for me. And I like how you mentioned, Flowz, how Haney, it might even be his best attribute at this point, Flowz. He is so laser-focused. He never lets the occasion get to him. Even when he has his opponent hurt, you see a lot of fighters rush in, go crazy, start just throwing punches, like spamming punches. Haney will always stick to the game plan. That's one thing I like about Devin. Always sticks to the game plan, always disciplined. So even though he had Regis hurt in that 3rd round, I'm hearing the commentators say, oh yeah, Haney should go for the kill. The commentary there saying he should go for the kill. He's really hurt. He can finish it now.
Yeah.
He didn't rush in. Took his time. Behind the jab. Kept boxing behind the jab. Kept his distance because he knows obviously Regis is a wounded animal. He's still dangerous at any point in the fight with that left hand. Took his time with it. Again, similar to what Crawford did when he had Spence hurt.
Yeah.
He did run. Took his time with it. Said, you know what? I don't have to rush in. That's what I really rate about Haney. And he's cut from that same cloth, Flowz. So even though he had him hurt in that 3rd round, he never rushed in, took his time. We just saw the rest of the round. Cool. But it's one of them emphatic 10-8 rounds. It's like, damn. And Regis even did a bit, after he popped up, he tried to do he did a Spence as well. He started going a bit crazy. And I said, Regis, I said, Regis, slow down. You go get your, relax. Because, bro, your head's hot in it when you get, especially when it's a guy where you say he can never drop you and stuff. Your head must be so hot. So he tries to apply pressure. And obviously, again, Haney, masterful boxer, counter puncher, picking him off, footwork, pivoting out the way.
Yeah, that's when he started flexing.
Bro, it was rude, Flowz. It was rude. And then that's what Flowz, after I've seen that, I said, yeah, this fight's over. This is peak.
Yeah.
Oh, that 3rd round was round for hell for Regis, man. Damn.
He started. The knockdown itself, which I reserved talking about earlier, because with Gamboa, like I said, he was trying to survive. Here we have Regis trying to close the gap coming in.
Yes.
And Regis also is not respecting Haney's power at this point.
Yeah.
He's not, because when the shot came in, he essentially dropped his hands.
Yeah.
He dropped his hands, and then Haney, boom, with the jab, follows up with a straight right.
Yeah.
Lightning quick. Before you know, Regis is on the canvas. Yeah. And face is all red. He didn't see it. He's not like he's super hurt. It was just super quick and had a bit more pop than he anticipated.
Yeah.
He believes Haney's pillow fisted that. And yeah, like you say, his head was hot. Yeah. He felt the power by his own admission. He says, yeah, he's stronger than I thought. Yeah. So, yeah, got to give Haney that credit. Yeah. As in previously, he's fighting people who he's outskilling. He's pretty much outskilled everyone. But they're not trying to rush him or beat him up, really. They're really, it's just taking a beating usually. But yeah, great knockdown. And yeah, like you say, he starts flexing from that point on when Regis is trying to pressure him with the footwork.
Flowz.
With the uppercuts he was landing on the inside as well.
That was their secret part of the punch that they've been working on, apparently, that Regis leaves himself open to that uppercut. So it looked really mean as well. There's a couple of times where it didn't quite land, but you could see that, okay, I can see the vision with that shot. Really good shot. And the way he threw it, really fluid as well, Flowz. His punching is very fluid. Like I said, Devin is a top-tier boxer. People don't want to give him credit, but he's a top-tier boxer, man. Yeah. And, bro, after that third round, Flowz, it was a washing. It was a complete washing. Regis' output dramatically down.
Yeah.
He's not able to land anything. Haney is literally having his way and making my man. This is a whole Regis Prograis, one of the best champions at 140. Like in my opinion, anyways, and in most people's opinion.
Look, this ain't no
cherry. This ain't no cherry
champion. This ain't some champion who just picked up the belt. This is a bona fide champion.
2-time 140-pound champion. Regis Prograis. He was a unified champion as well. So he's got all the accolades. Known to be a very dangerous man, probably the hardest hitter in the 140-pound division. Him and Matthias, probably the toss-up between those two. So for Haney to look my man, for Haney to make my man look so amateur and basic, Flowz, phenomenal. Absolutely, because I'm telling you now, listeners, it was a washing from round 3 onwards. It was peak. Like a complete and utter washing. And I feel bad because I like Regis. I'm a Regis fan. I got no issues with Regis. Big fan of him. A big fan of Haney. I said Haney's going to win. I think Haney's the truth. And he showed it, Flowz. He hurt this guy multiple times, staggered him. There was one, which was it round 5? Was it round 7? It was toward the second half of the fight where he staggered him rawly again. And he staggered him a few times, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, he hurt him a few times. And it's gotten to the point, Flowz, where the referee's even saying, and I think even Regis' corner is saying, and no, the referee actually did come to his corner and say, yo, you need to show me something. Because you're just shipping, and obviously the work from a boxing standpoint, Flowz, I'm sure you'll speak about it, but just what Haney was doing in there. The counter punching, the pivoting. In fact, there were times when he was bullying Regis. He always took center ring, never ran away. Regis tried to pin my man up a corner. Quick. Chop the shoulder out of there. And then boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
Like, from a technical boxing perspective, Flowz, chef's kiss. Fantastic again. And Regis Prograis, Flowz, he had no answers, bro. He had no answers. He was befuddled, bewildered, outskilled, outfought, outstrengthed. Out everything, bro. Out everything.
Yeah.
And it was mad seeing him like this. This is a whole Regis Prograis.
Look, Devin Haney's fulfilling his potential. He looked like he had 2 heat seekers in his right and left hand because both were landing at will. At will. And when it's 2 men in there fighting each other and Regis is being made to miss, look silly, look sloppy, overreaching and missing, it was bad. It was, and what makes it more spectacular, look, this isn't, like we said, this isn't a cherry, this isn't a soup can. And that's where kind of the boring tag kind of comes in, because it's like, oh, you're supposed to beat these lot. You're supposed to beat these men.
Yeah. But
now you're treating a champion like a soup can, where you've come up to his division, grab his belt. You know, that's it.
Yeah.
You take him as the first fight in the division to grab his belt like he's food.
Like he's like bro.
Like, oh yeah, that's just a quick belt grab. Like it's a regular belt or something. Yeah. Went up to, dismantled him. Yeah. Won damn near every round, dropped him, staggered him, made him miss. There was a point where he staggered him, back to Haney's focus. There's a point where he staggered him, and we just backed off.
Yeah, he this time he was really hurt. Yeah. This time he was proper hurt, and he never jumped. Yeah.
Yeah, and it seemed like he was ready to go out on his shield, and he beckoned him in to come.
Yeah.
Haney aired him. Haney aired him. It's like, nope, you're going to keep getting this beaten, and we're not going to go live for this. We're not going to trade. We're not going to go toe-to-toe. So, yeah, super impressive performance from Haney. And I think now people are going to give him his flowers because, okay, he's doing it against the big boys. I want to take you back to when he fought, what's his name? the guy who matadored him,
Linares.
Jorge Linares. He was washing Linares for 12 rounds.
He was winning that fight. Yeah, it was that one bit of success, Linares. Yeah,
and people ran with it. Yeah, and people discredited it, took it away from, saying, "Oh yeah, he's chilly, he's this and that." He got hurt by it. He was washing Linares for 12 rounds. He won every round.
He did.
So now he's taken that another level. He's beaten someone more established than Linares and treat them the same way without getting touched. So now what people are going to really say? People have no choice but to give him his flowers. Are they going to start discrediting Regis? Is that what they're going to try to do now? They can't. They can't.
No, I was going to get onto this anyways, but yeah, you might as well touch on it now, Flowz, because it does annoy me. A lot of you people are bumps. I'm going to start with that.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was going to come as well, Flowz, because now I am seeing people say and claim Regis Prograis was a bum. It's nasty work, Flowz. And Devin Haney, I know he's got love it or hate him sort of attached to him, like Marmite. I know, and there's a lot of people that dislike him and want to see him lose. And a lot of people picked Regis to knock him out. And they were saying, I can't wait for Regis to knock him out. I wish he does. And now that Regis has been washed completely, you're quickly saying, oh yeah, but he was a bum. They're bringing up the Zerillo fight, all that kind of stuff. Look, the Zerillo fight is a different ball game. It's different. That was last fight. We'll talk about now. Yes, he didn't look good against Zerillo. And it's probably the reason why we thought Haney picked him, because Zerillo was also a boxer and he boxed Regis' head off. But that was probably Regis's one bad fight. Let's keep it a buck. So every other fight, Regis Prograis, apart from even the Josh Taylor loss, was till this day a debatable loss. People will still say that Regis won that fight. It was like Regis doesn't usually get bad performances. He had one bad performance, and then suddenly now because Haney's watched him, it's a bad performance. If Lomachenko did this, we saying Loma's a genius.
Want to talk about Loma? I want to talk about what these fans are doing.
I know you do because I know it's pissing you off as well. I'll let you go off in a second. But I say this to say, look, sometimes give people credit. Give Devin Haney his flowers. We've been saying he's the truth. And a lot of people have said, look, you're entitled to your opinion if you believe he's overrated. And obviously the Loma result, again, very close, debatable decision. Loma has a lot of stands, so they're pushing that narrative onto him that he's lucky he's been getting gifts and whatnot. So now you're quick to say Regis Prograis is a bum. Don't you try it. Give Devin Haney his flowers. He's earned this. He's doing it the hard way. And he washed a quality fighter. That's fair to say. Don't now try and say, oh yeah, you see why Lomachenko, this is why Lomachenko's so great, blah, 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 blah. Don't do that. Stop trying to take away from Devin Haney's moment, please. Let's give my man his flowers and let him have his moment. Lomachenko's got nothing to do with this. Flowz.
The fans are crazy. The fans are crazy. I didn't watch the fight live, like you said. I get online, I'm already seeing praise for Lomachenko. This is why Lomachenko is amazing at this. Let's break this down. Certain fans are saying, first point, certain fans are saying, we just is a bum because we saw what happened against Zorilla, and now Haney's done this. What happened with Lomachenko and Jermaine Ortiz?
Yeah.
We've never seen Jermaine Ortiz boxing daily in our lives.
Never saw it.
Gave
hell.
Lost.
In fact, I was going to say he low-key lost.
Loma lost to Jermaine Ortiz, but you're praising him for lose it. Well, in my eyes, lose it to Devin Haney. You say, this is why Lomachenko's amazing because he won a close fight in your eyes. Just after Stinker versus Jermaine Ortiz, where he should have been in position anyway. Now look at this. Devin Haney weight drained at 135 because now we're looking at him as he's beating up 140 pounds.
I think it's fair to say that 135 was holding. Yeah. Anyways, we'll get to that. Yeah.
We're looking at a Haney that's the most impressive Haney that we've seen.
Yeah.
And he was fighting at 135 for way too long. No one's saying, but he was weight drained or this and that. No one's putting that caveat in the factor of him. Why doesn't Lomachenko go and fight Regis? see what happens. Let's see what happens. If you think,
Low-key, I think Lobo washes him. But anyway, it's risky. It's risky.
Lomachenko's losing because what's going to happen is...
Well, you think Lobo loses to Regis?
Yeah, we just gonna get on to it.
I don't think you believe that. I don't think you believe that, Flowz. I think you know what Lobo wants.
I think it's I want to say it's too little. Is the truth of the matter, but because he's even
he's small. Yeah,
I want to say it's too little to even. I wouldn't encourage him to move up to 140. But anyway, the point is, look, Haney, we've never given him credit for fighting at 145 for so long. Even though everyone's looking at him and saying he's gone, he's drained, and now we're looking at him looking healthy. I always said it. I'd rather him move up than stick to 135 because I don't want that to hold him back. Yeah. So all you fans who are discrediting, picking your favorites, praising Lomachenko after we've seen him have stinkers, we've seen him take L's, we've seen him struggle, we've seen him go life and death, but now Regis is a bum because he lost to Haney. Stop picking favorites. Treat each fighter fairly. Because Jermaine Ortiz beat Lomachenko, Zorilla beat Regis Prograis. Neither of them we knew anything about.
This tribalism has to stop him. We've called it out before in this pod, Flowz. I've called it out. Tribalism sometimes has to stop, man. Just give fighters their just due when they've earned it. This is one of the performances of the year, bro. There's no cheating. There's none of that. Give him his credit. No need to bring up other people. No need to discredit Regis Prograis. Because Regis is still a top-tier fighter in the 140-pound division, still dangerous. He just lost to a guy that is elite, and we've been saying it's the truth anyways. I know what we see. We know we trust our eyes, Flowz. We watch boxing. Devin Haney's cold, man. He's cold, and obviously I don't even want to say this is the only black mark against him because he didn't stop him. He could have stopped him, I feel like, but he didn't. He stuck to the game plan. I rate that. A boxing lesson for 12 rounds is enough, to be honest. That to me is still a peak L. And you're seeing the stats, Flowz. The rudest stat I've ever seen in my life, Regis Prograis landed 10% of his punches, which is the lowest in CompuBox history. Do you know how wild that stat is? He only landed 36 punches all fight. Like Haney more than tripled his punches landed. 10% he only landed. Mad. So the sweet science, as we call it, Flowz, hitting, not get hit. Devin Haney gave it to us that night. Sweet science in abundance, perfectly. Hit and not get hit. That's how it's done.
It's not when you're where Shakur is treating fair play.
I was gonna say I'm about to say it. In fact, when your ops are they giving you begrudging praise, that's what because Shakur's tweet killed you, by the way. Just fair play. Because he was itching. Yeah. Look, if Haney got knocked out, Shakur was he was watching the fight with his phone in hand like this on the app, just waiting. Yeah. So the moment he won, fair play, fair enough. I'm seeing Rolly Romero, someone that's always gone at Haney for being boring, but he's there, done the fair enough, Haney, good win. Fair enough. Done the same. Ryan Garcia, another one of his ops, done the same thing. He said, you know what, good fight, Haney, blah, blah. I want to fight you. I see holes in you, whatever. But you still have to give him praise. A lot of
Ryan Garcia said he saw holes.
Yeah, Ryan Garcia said I see things that I could. Yeah, Ryan Garcia said relax, man. He is so far below the level. Again, I like Ryan Garcia. I think he's got potential, but he's so far behind. It's not even crazy. What Haney will do to you is embarrassing. He will stop. Haney will stop him. Haney will knock him out. I swear.
We see holes in your game, right? There's holes in your game. Man, you gotta stop it.
Yeah, Ryan Garcia needs to relax. But from when your ops are giving you praise, that's how you know the performance was superb. Like that's, and in fact, even the way Regis gave him his flowers afterwards, I was low-key annoyed, but at the same time I rated it. But I was low-key annoyed. I was like, this guy just beat the bro. Like the way Regis even said, like he was bum-licking the hell out of him. Like he said,
he had to.
But I said that motherfucker good, man. he good. He way better than I thought. How could the guy said what happened, bro? Was it Chris Marek said to him, what happened tonight? He said, that motherfucker good. He's shaking his head. I said, no anger in this tone. Bro was smiling.
He just got pieced up for 12 rounds.
Bro, Flowz, he was smiling. Like he was like, fair. I'm thinking to myself, you're 10 years older than this guy. Please. This guy was treating him like big bro.
Nah, he had to. You know, the ones where basically you see George Cambosa's tweet where it's like, where it's calling Haney elite. It's like, yeah, that's great job, chap. It's an elite boxer with two fights with him when no one else would.
Flowz, deep. What Haney did, he had Cambosa was an up. Cambosa was his opponent. The way
Put him on a pedestal. Put him on a pedestal. So, yeah, that's the chap.
Great fight champ is so funny.
What elite, great. He called him a great. Devin Haney's 24.
From a rival. Nah, that is crazy. Cambosa, that tweet is shameless, bro. Shameless.
Elite great.
Just so he can big up himself.
So his loss don't look as bad.
Cambosa is shameful for that. Yeah.
Look, you got all the people he's beat have got to rise up about Devin Haney. We just has to start saying, yeah, this guy, he's the truth. With as long as Haney keeps doing this thing, your loss don't look as bad anymore. That's what Cambosis is doing. That's what we just had to quickly hold his hands up and start doing that. Yeah, but he's the truth.
That's crazy.
And the further he goes, it's like, look, I told you, I told you, I'm like, not whack. He's just that good.
Flowz, you know how champs, when they lose a title, they're already saying like, yeah, I want a rematch, blah blah. Of course, we just mentioned nothing about a rematch. Nothing. Flowz,
all three judges had 120 to 107.
Flowz, even Spence said rematch straight away. Even Spence said that. Even Spence, even though I don't think he knew where he was in the ring, but even he said he was happy to do a rematch straight away. Regis said, I'm gonna take some time off with my family and then come back and then see what the landscape is for some belts. I'm like, buddy, someone might have all the belts, boy. So yeah, he didn't even mention
we just should have said that he had a young injury or his water was spiked or something. Should have pulled out one excuse and he showed the surgery. You say he should have tried something there.
Yeah, man. Like, he was too quick to just be happy and give this guy. Ah, man. I'll be burdened. Like, cool, you give him praise, but in your head you're thinking, he just made me look like a fool. I gotta get the lick back somehow. Do something.
We just said, too small for the weight. We should do it 147. Should have made up some excuse.
So we were treated to one of the best performances of the year earlier on in this division, Flowz. I'm talking Teofimo, Josh Taylor. We've now been treated to another virtuoso performance at 140. Flowz, which performance moved the needle for you more?
I think Teofimo's.
Yeah, same thing. Same for me as well. Yeah,
just because he's been looking a mess.
Yeah,
questioning himself. Do I still got
it? Do I still got it?
Do I still got it? He didn't retire before. He retired after the win. Yeah. But we've seen him have stinkers.
Yeah,
and we thought, Josh Taylor was the 140-pound king, despite the lost the cattle or whatever.
Yeah.
He still had that title with an asterisk in that sense, and he got smoked. Whereas we kind of knew Haney would win. We've obviously heard Shakur's piece Regis up in sparring and whatnot. So you can see where Haney gets his confidence from, that he can do it. We expected him to win. Expected a points decision. Comfy. You just didn't expect him to beat him up that badly. So the Teofimo performance shines a bit more for me. Yeah.
Same here. Because it was almost like a welcome back to the big time, Teofimo. And there's something about when Teofimo was in his groove and his flow, there's something about him, man. He's a joy to watch. But again, I love that we've spoken about this crop, right, Flowz, this new gen, the takeover, that generation.
For years we've been speaking.
Look how they've come to now. They did their thing at 135. Look. Teofimo, he started it with beating Loma. The young buck came and challenged, the established veteran and took him out. Then there was a wave in that division. They've both now come to 140. We look at the landscape. Look at the champs. Devin Haney's 25. Teofimo 25. Roddy's he's not old either. I think he's about 26. They're beating champs who are in their 30s. Obviously, Prograis in his 34. I think Josh Taylor's in his 30s. It's that same young generation have come up, and they're now taking over these divisions, which is what we want to see. I've made no secret, Flowz, in terms of what I want next for Devin Haney. I want that Teofimo fight. That's who I think it's two names that we see people saying. Obviously, I know that you've been in tune to, Bill Haney the Great, what he's been saying recently, and who he's been calling out and applying pressure. He said, "Who are these guys? All I know is Tank. Yeah. Tank doesn't want to fight, applying hella pressure." I'm made to say, Bill, keep doing what you're doing. Keep applying pressure, because he's saying the things that we've been saying for years about Tank. He's calling out the whole business model and how Tank's been duping the fans. I don't want to say
Tank. Of boxing.
I don't want to say Tank. I will say Tank's team and the people around Tank, because I don't know how in control. I thought Tank was in control of his career after he apparently left Mayweather Promotions, but as you've seen, Flowz, that's probably still not the case. So I don't know how in control he is of career, but we know what the game plan was for Tank was: milk the cash cow. And fans have been eating up, but I think now fans are starting to be wise to it, Flowz, in terms of they're saying, Tank, stop fighting these random Hispanic fighters and fight someone credible. But Bill Haney is seriously on their necks. So much so that he's even dissing Mayweather. I thought him and Mayweather were boys, like not boys, but obviously I know he took Devin to the Mayweather gym, and Devin soaked up a lot of game from Mayweather gym and whatnot. So, but he's even going at Floyd. Like he said, don't mention Floyd. This is Devin's era now. I'm thinking, I know Floyd's going to respond because Floyd is narcissist, but he's applying hella pressure, bro. He's applying hella pressure to Tank, Team Tank, and it's quite clear that they really want the Tank fight. I just think the Teofimo fight makes more sense. I would love a Tank fight, don't get me wrong, but I just know that it probably won't happen because we know what Tank's on. So the Teofimo fight, to me, makes a lot of sense. They know each other very, very well. They go way back to the amateur days. The sons and the dads as well. The dads know each other very well, apparently, as well. We know the build-up will be crazy because Teofimo Sr. is as loud as Bill Haney. They both have belts. They both did the best 140-pound performances that we've seen this year thus far. It's unification. Again, I know it might not be realistic, Flowz, and probably hard to make. I think we touched upon it last week, but that's the fight I want. That's the fight I've been wanting for a long time. Teofimo versus Devin Haney. Obviously, the other option was Ryan Garcia. He called out Devin after the fight. I understand if they go that route because, one, it's an easy lick because Devin's going to wash Ryan. And also, it's the biggest money fight out of all of them, to be honest, based on Ryan's profile. But again, that doesn't really whet my appetite, Flowz, because it's not. I know it's not going to be that competitive in that sense. Compared to Devin Teofimo, which I know will be not a war, but a chess match, everything what you want, a tactical scrap, all that kind of stuff. So I
think the fans are starting to clamour for Tank versus Devin. They're starting to. Bill Haney's starting to reveal the wall that's been poured over their eyes. It's starting to take
Bill's a G, man. Bill, keep going.
What he's doing, he says, piss on their heads and telling them it's real. By claiming he's the face of boxing, by fighting no one. Devin and we just sold out the arena. It was pay-per-view. We'll see what the pay-per-view numbers
You see Tank was hating.
Yeah, Tank tried to say
it's because they cost 57.
Yeah.
And Bill was like, but you're charging these people arm and a leg to fight nobody.
Fight no one, yeah.
So what's what? Like, come on, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to Devin. Because people were starting to hate on him, and now he's proving them wrong.
Yeah.
They want to see it now because that's the narrative. Okay, what's Tank versus Devin? Let's see who's the best. I think Bill has done a great job with Devin's career, with the moves. They've taken sacrifices. They started to expose these other people. They've already exposed Shakur and him turning down to 25%. Yeah. That was a big L for Shakur. He's our guy, but he has to hold that one.
Yeah.
They're exposing this face of boxing nonsense.
Have you seen? They also, he got onto Matthias as well. I don't know if you saw that, Flowz.
Yeah, for turning him, for saying, what did he say?
He said basically,
he doesn't want to unify or something.
He called Matthias, but apparently Team Matthias are asking for 4 mil off the bat, straight up. So he's saying that that's basically you're pricing yourself out. That's basically saying to him apparently that you don't want the fight.
Yeah.
Because basically, commanding 4 mil off the gate you said, no one knows you, Matthias. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's got the tag now. You know, he's got the tag of the boogeyman now.
Yeah.
But obviously, he's still building his profile in America and stuff. But I don't even know he speaks English yet. But he's like, you know, if you're serious on making the fight, you won't just ask for 4 mil at the gate, because they didn't even make. Bill was like, for Kambosos, they only got like 2 mil.
Yeah.
They
less
made
than 20,
or
less than 25%.
Yeah. So for him to ask for 4 mil at the gate, it's like saying that, do you really want the fight, or are you just saying that because you're pricing yourself out? So he's really got to.
I think all of these man will start moving funny around Devin. I'll shout out Bill Haney. I want to shout out Matchroom. The promotion for this fight was brilliant. It's so real. I saw promo everywhere. It's been promoted for time. It's been built up well. The face-offs loved it. The pressers loved it. Yeah. The promo trailer when they announced it, we don't even see promo trailers. That
trailer was sick. Flowz. I had to rewind it a couple of times. I said,
read. I said, read. Last time you saw...
like, I'm gonna bust his ass. I'm gonna hurt him.
they done the old. They're like the episodes. Each of them ran their own episodes. I saw Reed just running on his channel, Devin on his channel. Match. The promotion was heavy. Yeah. I was like, this is, even though it's not even a big time fight, they put the money behind it. So I'm shouting out Matchroom because they've done a lot for Devin in that sense.
Yeah.
So I think Devin can flex a bit. I think anything now he should do to firm up his position against Tank. A Teofimo fight, if he beats Teofimo, that's another name to his record. Another great name.
We'll have to discuss that when it comes, if it comes Flowz, because I know who I've got winning, but yeah.
I'll do a Ryan Garcia.
Tough fight.
He's done.
Yeah.
He's happy to do Ryan Garcia. Get him on out the way. That's another name on your resume. So right now.
Oh yeah, of course. Roddy said he will fight him as well. Roddy said he says.
Roddy's a talker.
Yeah.
So I think anything Haney does now is just, if he keeps busy, it's all beneficial to him.
So for you then, Flowz, for you, the fight you would love to see the most next for him, if possible. Let's say there's no barriers, so nothing. It will be the Tank fight for you. Or would you say?
I'd rather see Teofimo than him be Tank. You know?
Okay, yeah.
I'd rather see that.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm not interested in Tank right now.
Tank's not. Tank, I can't. Even if like you say, there's no barriers, I still can't rely on him and his team. You might say put a catch weight in there or something.
They will. No, they will. They will try and add some sort of catch weight or anything. And I actually feel like one thing about the Haneys, they're not punks. Especially Bill Haney, we know he's not a punk. I don't think he will sign off on that. Like if Tank tries to do his extra catch weight nonsense, he'll be like, nah, cool, do one. Like if we're gonna do this fair, we're gonna do this fair. So they would. 100%. They 100% will try and do something funny.
Put Tank in the corner, because Tank, where do you go now? Because we've called out the play from a long time. We said, look, they're really trying to line up this Isak Cruz rematch. Yeah. And they went back to such a corner because everyone can see the play now. Yeah. That they don't even know what route to go down. Can they really go down that route? Because people will be like, there you go, there it is. I'm sure they're trying to find another solution or another route to go down. So
they're frantically looking for a new Tank opponent. Look, bro, I'm telling you, they're looking at BoxRec Puerto Rico. They're looking at BoxRec Dominican Republic and BoxRec Mexico. Frantically searching for opponent for Tank. I'm telling you, BoxRec Nicaragua. They're looking for, bro, they're going for everything right now to find a new Hispanic fighter for Tank. Keep doing what you're doing, but the real boxing heads know what's on, Flowz, what's going on. Yeah. Let's be real.
They're backed into a corner right now, Team Tank and PBC. So we'll see what chess move they play now, because now they're going to be like, if these next opponents know Nate, they're going to get onto him.
The way Bill even called out how, like, because Tank's usual play is so and so is not a draw. They don't bring money to the table. Yeah. Like, you're conning fans with this, man. Like, these are the top guys, like the elite guys. They have belts. Why is your go-to defense? Oh yeah, it doesn't bring anything. But these other random guys don't bring.
Yeah,
what revenue are they bringing? Like, bruh, come on, man.
They have no belts. They have no drawability.
Drawability, yeah.
They run to the whole Mayweather. They got a country behind them.
Yeah, they got
the whole country. But these men aren't even known in their country like that.
Yeah,
it's you, man, who are building them up.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
so-
enough about Tank. Hopefully, fingers crossed for me. If T.O.'s serious, we know a serious T.O. If a serious T.O. is there, the needle there, they can get that on, hopefully. Top rank. I don't even know if Devin's on the one fight deal or he's just a promotional basis, because I think he's I'm pretty sure Bill said they're free to move around like they did with Cambodia and whatnot. So we'll see. But yeah, hopefully it'll be Teofimo. But again, hats off to Devin, man. Superb performance. People are gonna start giving him, they have to give him credit, Flowz. They have to. I'm sorry. This guy is the top, he's top tier. He's top tier. We've called it from day one. He is the truth. And I also add as well, Flowz. We mentioned how good he looked to pause in 140-pound division. They need to chill with the 147 talk, because there's a lot of even Bill's in saying it we could move to 147. Who knows? I do believe one day Devin will be at 147, 100%. Because I've said from day one when he was at 135, this guy is big. Like, he's big for the weight. He's got a lot of room to grow. Even Ryan Garcia said the same thing as well. Yeah, of course. Now, I ain't heard anything crazy than that. That's crazy.
That's wild still.
I said the same thing with Ryan Garcia as well. He also has a lot of size in him too. So
yeah.
But Devin will be at 147 one day, 100%. But please not right now. Because they're talking as if he can go up now. Next fight, 147.
Next fight. It's crazy.
Relax.
Chill. Stay where you are.
No need to rush. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. We need to see these fights at 140 first, please. 147 will come. You're 25 years old. You got time.
I mean, if Matthew want to serve up a Conor Ben to Devin Haney.
Flowz, you're a sicko. I knew you were going to say that. And I know you. I know you be saying Haney washes him too.
Oh my! I ain't say nothing, but if you want to keep Haney,
I can't. I would love to see that fight. I can't lie. That fight would be hilarious. I'm just imagining the press is crazy, Flowz. It won't even be Haney versus Ben back. It'll be Ben versus Bill back and forth.
Yo, if none of these fights happen, go up to 147. UV Ben, Haney Ben.
You actually have a vendetta against Conor Ben, because you've been trying to see him ironed out for all year, Flowz. I don't know what's wrong with you.
No, I just want to see him in great fights. Ben v Haney's a great fight. Anyway, but yeah, chill with the 147
talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got business to handle 140, but yeah, great fight. Just a few quick things to touch quickly on the card as well, Flowz. We saw
your goal or your boy? Which one do you?
Your girl Ebony Bridges she lost her title. Apparently she should. I don't even know anything about the opponent, but apparently this was meant to be a cherry. Apparently
it was a late replacement, I believe.
Yeah, apparently this girl was someone said she's some ex-MMA fight or something. I don't even know, but essentially she wasn't meant to lose this fight. She was meant to come through this fight very comfortably, but she lost. So yeah, she's lost her title. I'm sure she'll be back again. She's a bit of a draw from Matchroom apparently. So yeah. But we've seen now Montana Love.
Yeah,
I'm the one that brought him to the attention on the pod. I saw him in 1 or 2 fights and I was very impressed. He looks very skilled, very technical. Good, classic boxer, counter puncher. Had the flashiness as well of boots, kind of, which is what I like, I guess. I love a drop of the shoulder flows. I love all that stuff. So he had all that in abundance. And I said that even though I think he's talented, and I'll big him up, there are some worrisome traits that he has. He reminds me a bit of Broner sometimes. He's a bit Broner-like at times. But we'll see. And then, obviously, I mentioned him, and after I mentioned him, he had a stinker against my man. I can't remember the Australian kid that he got. No, I think he won a fight, and then there was a fight afterwards where, that fight where he lost because he got. Did he get disqualified or something?
Yeah, it was disqualified.
And he threw the guy out the ring.
Yeah. He got drops and
yeah. And part of the reason why he got dropped was because he was being a bit, trying to do the flashy stuff, and he got rocked. And he was meant to have a fight with Richardson Hitchens that he pulled out of because he had an injury. I actually think he would have lost that fight anyways because Richardson Hitchens is really good.
Yeah.
And obviously he was up against Liam Paro on the undercard. And I'm there thinking, okay, show me something. Like, cut out all the nonsense that you usually do. Show me what got me interested in you. Flowz, Montana Love is a bust, unfortunately. It is what look, I almost feel like I jinxed it because I said he reminds you of Broner a little bit as well. He's got a bit of Broner to him. And unfortunately, Flowz, he has the bad parts of Broner in terms of not wanting to let his hands go, stopping one shot each time, trying to do the flashy defensive stuff and getting rocked and getting caught, not being active enough, admiring his own work. All the Bronerisms that used to frustrate us was frustrate the hell out of me with Broner. Unfortunately, Montana Love has done that. It's all, it's image boxing Flowz. It's, you know what I mean? It's the pretty boy Kelly stuff. And it got himself rocked and stopped by Liam Paro, a young, hungry Australian 140-pounder. Montana Love used to get, he's had it in with Haney before. I know he's had back and forth with Haney and other, 135, 140-pounders. Bad, man. Bad. So that's his second loss on the spin. And yeah, he's looking like a bust, to be honest, Flowz. And it's a shame because I watch him, I see talent there. But he's going down the Broner route. Early doors as well. At least Broner got a couple of titles before he started going bad.
That's true.
Montana ain't won no titles. So yeah, it's peak. It's funny as well because I think they're both I think he's from Ohio as well. So
yeah, he is.
It might be an Ohio thing. I don't know because he literally is like Broner. It's mad.
Yeah.
So it's peak, man.
Paro's been out for a long time with an injury, and this was Paro's first fight back.
Yeah.
He got dropped twice. I don't want to dwell on it too much. He got dropped twice, but I didn't like the stoppage from the ref. I'll be real.
You think it was too early?
Yeah, I think boxing is losing movie moments in a sense. Like, I know he was obviously hurt. He got up twice pretty quickly. But refs aren't letting people punch themselves out because he wasn't like landing so cleanly that he was rocking them.
Yeah, to be fair, he was still blocking and rolling with the punches. Yeah, he was.
Even picking shots at certain points. So, I don't know if fighters are gonna have to start talking to the refs like, ref, don't stop it. I'm doing this.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah,
because he was blocking shots, and I'm thinking, look, Powell might punch himself out, or he might just be looking to survive till the end of the round and get back to his corner. But yeah, I feel like refs you could potentially see moments or comebacks in these fights. And
you can, and he's probably skilled enough to come back. I think what counted against him was the fact that he was letting Paro outwork him all fight.
Yeah.
And because he wasn't being reactive punch-wise, and every time he did get hurt, again, Paro was sort of rushing and whatnot. The referee's there thinking, like, this guy hasn't really been throwing punches and whatnot. He hasn't been active at all. Why is he starting to be active? Like, he's not really, like, he hasn't shown me anything throughout this entire fight, activity-wise. So, yeah, maybe it is right time for me to jump in and just, stop it.
Yeah. I'm not saying,
but again, it wasn't. Yeah, I agree. He wasn't hurt or anything like that. More massively hurt. He was hurt, but he wasn't like
he wasn't taking punishment in that. When the stoppage came, it was just like, oh yeah, you're not really throwing. There's probably like I think there was a minute and a half left of the round, so there was 8 inches left.
Fam, be active. That's why I asked, man. As a fighter, be active. Let your hands go. Stop stopping and staring. Not throwing one little. He was trying to throw, the classic Broder, the check shot, which Broder loves to do everything. He was trying to do that all the time. It's like one shot at a time. Like, bro, let your hands go.
Be too cute. Yeah,
try to be way too cute, man. He always I saw it from early. I said, I hope he doesn't go down the Broner route, but it's quite clear that he has gone down the Broner route, which is a shame because he's a talented guy. But it is what it is for him. Unlucky, but yeah, he's definitely not someone that is going to be put up trees, especially if he continues fighting like that, man. Because it's just not going to get it done. Someone that isn't as skilled as you can beat you just off activity alone, Flowz. We've seen this so many times. Liam Paro is nowhere near as skilled as Montana Love, but he will beat him because he wants it more and he works harder. That's it. So yeah, that was that card, Flowz. Let's talk about the cards that was on Sunday. Billam-Smith defending his first defense against Masternak, very experienced competitor. Flowz, this was an interesting fight. I think it was your classic CBS fight, to be honest, Flowz. And I say that because every time I've watched CBS Flowz, he's been in some kind of war, some kind of scrap. And my issue with CBS, I've said it before, Flowz, he gets hit too much, man. And he lets himself get drawn into these scraps when he doesn't need to. As we highlighted last week, Masternak is a very experienced competitor. He fought Bellew way back in the day for the European title. He's been in there with Dorticos, took part in that Super 6 series that Usyk won. Feels like ages ago now. So yeah, he's 36 now. This is his first title shot. And it's so funny to Flowz. I'll tell you what, it was in that because beforehand, obviously they're asking the people who are on commentary. So Vidal Riley was there, Johnny Nelson was there, what's his name? Rackpool was there. Who do they think was winning? George Groves was there as well. Can you imagine that, Flowz? Most of them said that they thought that Masternak's going to win. I said, rah.
Prediction that Masternak's going to beat him.
Bro, I think Groves said it. Nelson said it. Rackpool was doing up fence because I think he's there thinking, I'll want my title shot. So boy,
yeah. So
I'm there thinking, goodness me, how could they have no confidence in their guy? They're pre the fight Flowz. They're saying they feel that Masternak's going to win. He's going to have too much from CBS.
CBS,
and Flowz, they were almost right. In fact, they were right. They was right because we've seen CBS, to be honest, get pieced up by Masternak, to be honest, Flowz. Like, Masternak was eating. Masternak was having a lot of success. CBS as I said, he gets hit way too much and way too easily, Flowz. Flowz, I'm seeing CBS, who should win the battle of the jabs, by the way, because he's taller, longer, rangier, get out jabbed by Masternak, first and foremost. That's red flag number one. Red flag number two for me, Flowz, was the fact that CBS doesn't move his head. I don't get why, because it's something that's been apparent for all of his fights, Flowz. Yeah. I don't know what he's doing with Shane McGuigan, but his head is on center line and it's not moving, Flowz. So all Masternak had to do, and he was having success with this the whole night, Flowz, 1-2 combination. Down the middle, pop, down the middle. And it was finding its mark every single time. I'm there thinking, buddy, move your head at least. Like, come on, don't just stand right in front of this guy. Move your head. He does this all the time. It was a competitive fight because also CBS also had his success. He was also landing his big shots. But to me, Flowz, I'm thinking you shouldn't be drawn into this kind of scrap with an aging Mateusz Masternak at this level. If you're a world champion, for me, you shouldn't be.
That's CBS for you.
But yeah, I've said it before. I don't really rate. I'm not a massive fan of CBS. I think he's improved, especially since that Rackpool loss. He's got a lot better, obviously. He's a world champion. He deserved that win against Okoli. But I've always seen stuff in this game at which I have red flags, and they haven't, from what I can see, Flowz, it hasn't been worked on. It's still the same CBS. And if he's dragged into this kind of scrap every single time, I'll be so real, Flowz, that title range can be very, very short. Just keeping it all the way 100.
Look, every time we've spoken about CBS, I've always pointed to past fights of him where I've been like, look, I'm not super impressed. I'm not super sold by Boy because I've seen him struggle too many times. I didn't catch the fight live again. So when you were messaging me and you were telling me Masternak's winning, I said, look, CBS might pull out a KO out of doing it. We've seen him struggle and almost get KO of the year. Did we give him KO of the year? He was
we didn't candidate. Give him, but candidate. When he made him shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was getting pieced up in that fight.
He was getting pieced up. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Tommy McCarthy. I've seen him go life and death with a Tommy McCarthy.
Chamberlain was a scrap and a half. Yeah.
You see, he's. I don't even consider him. I don't say he boxing. He just comes to fight. It's almost fighting. That he comes in there to fight. You get yours off, I'll get mine off.
See who wins.
Yeah. You can land on me, I'll land on you. That's his style. Entertaining. Do I rate it? Not too much. But do I respect it? Sure. I won't say I don't respect Chris Billam-Smith. I think he's a tough operator and he grinds out results. Even if it's against less opposition, if it's against better opposition, he'll grind it out. Like you say, I don't think this. I'm not a fan of the plod forwards and you get yours off and I get mine off, so because it can only last so long. Before you know it, you end up touching the canvas, and it could be bad.
Yeah,
probably a damning indictment on the cruiserweight division that CBS is a world champion.
We've said it before though, that the division is wash, and there's only one person that sticks out, and he's currently not a champion anymore. So
to be fair, he's not an indictment on the division of Cody. He's a damning indictment on the Cody.
True. Yeah. Cody was someone who I felt would be the one to take over, but yeah, that loss was quite damning.
Yeah. Shout out CBS though. I don't want to sound like I'm hated, but we just know his ability.
Yeah.
But regardless, he's got the heart. He's got the power. Clearly.
Yeah. So
he's got the Bournemouth fans behind him as well.
Yeah, I mean they always he's standing up Bournemouth, fair play to him, and they proper rock with him, which is great. I had him down 5-2 at the time of the stoppage, so he's end of a seventh. He was cracked. He's cracked Masternak with a really good shot to the body, and it's funny because I saw the shot live and I could see Masternak's reaction straight away. Flowz that he was hurt. But it was right at the end. The bell had just gone. I mean, the bell just went up shortly afterwards, so he couldn't really capitalize on it. But it looked to me like, oh, that shot did something to him. So, and that was actually his best round. That was the best round. Like that was his best round for me. That was the second round I gave him. So I'm there thinking, okay, cool. Well, he's leaving it late, but this is probably where he's going to start to build up steam because Masternak being 36 is evidently going to tire towards the end. Billam-Smith is a lot fresher than him, younger. So, maybe he's going to do a late dash to try and get him out there. I turn, next thing we know, Flowz, we hear the referee, you see the referee waving it off. He's talking to Masternak in the corner and he's waving it off, and we see Billam-Smith go on the ropes and the commentators, oh, the fight's over, blah blah. I'm then thinking, what the hell's happened? And it turns out that Masternak was apparently pointing to his ribs and stuff, not basically saying that his rib is broken. So it seems like that shot did do damage. It broke Masternak's rib and he couldn't take it anymore when he quit on his stool. So yeah, Billam-Smith pulled out the bag again because on two of the judges had him down, I think 5-2 like I did, and then I think one of the judges had him ahead, I think, by 1. So I don't know how. Hey,
crazy.
Anyways, but yeah, so he got gifted something again, Billam-Smith, because he was down and struggling in that fight. He didn't look good. Apparently, he said that Shane McGuigan actually noticed it before the fight when they were coming in, that Masternak had like a weird lump on his rib or something like that. Apparently, and so McGuigan told him to target the ribs, target the body, because he seems like there might be something there, and it proved right. So, well played, Shane McGuigan. I guess good coaching for noticing that. But regardless, he got a get out of jail free card with that one, Flowz. To be honest, he might have gone on to stop him later on. He probably would have, because I think Masternak was tiring, and that's what Billam-Smith tends to do. He tends to pull it out the bag. Yeah. But it's not looking good, man, going life and death with it. I feel like at this level, Flowz, you shouldn't be going life and death with Masternak. No discredit to Masternak. I'm sure obviously he's a seasoned vet. He's been around for a long time, but I feel like you should be blasting this kind of guy out there or making a statement. And that wasn't a statement win for me from CBS, even though he got the W in the end.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to get many convinced. Let me not say convincing. You're always going to get life and death with CBS.
With CBS,
in title fights now,
it makes him entertaining.
Yeah, I think that's just what it is. I think that's his style. Will always be life and death, and he'll try and come out on top. So, look, it's good to see a lot of the cruiserweights local. Vidal was there, like you said, React 4. I'm stunned that Coley went there. Don't know where he's at.
He's in Dubai. No, he's in Dubai, bro.
He should have been right there, front line, on the mic, saying he wants him next. He wants his belt back. Yeah, look, CBS, whatever the next fight is, we'll tune in. It should be entertaining. I hope so. Yeah, shout him out. Great win. Good stoppage. Just the style isn't one that's going to be...
It's not going to take you far, right?
It might do it this division.
Well, you say that because he's won a world title, so you can say he has taken him far, but it
might just do. It might just take him further with this division. It might just do, just because there's not too many super...
There's not too much.
I guess we might talk about Jabatai.
Yeah, might as well talk it now because obviously
Yeah.
we know he's locked into rematch of Okoli, and then also I think Riakporhe is also his mandatory as well. Well, depending on the winner, obviously, if he wins, he has to fight Riakporhe then next as well. He mentioned that he's looking to also, unify, become undisputed. And he specifically said, to his knowledge, there's a free belt now. Yeah, obviously, you've never mentioned Bro's name before. but now he's vacated. Yo, there's a free IBF belt. So Jai Pataya has basically been forced to vacate because the IBF rejected the fight with Elias Zoro, which we know is happening on the day of reckoning on the 23rd of December. And they ordered him to fight his mandatory, which is Bradis, which we know has been Bradis for quite a bit, to be fair. They were meant to fight time ago, but remember, Pataya got injured before.
Yeah.
So it was either he makes the fight, he pulls out of the Zoro fight and makes the Bradis fight, or he vacates. And he's gone and vacated now because he signed, I think basically signed a 2-fight deal in Saudi. And as we know, Flowz, that Saudi money is life-changing. So he's chosen the bread over it. And you know what? This time, I can't begrudge it. I can't begrudge it at all, Flowz. Because I know that Opataya, if he wants, can have his way of his division anyways. We know he's the best. If he wants to come back and take his belts and more, he can do that with ease. And yeah, the division's kind of stinking. So he can let him go get that Saudi bread. He's not going to get that bread from his cruiserweight fights, let's be real, from his one title fight. So, yeah.
And the fact that it was so late in the day that this has been
I don't know why the IBF took so long to do this.
Yeah, let him. Why not just allow it to be next? The IBF always trying it, but yeah, it is what it is. Fair enough. Bradis has been waiting or whatnot, but you could have waited another 2 weeks. It is what it is. But yeah, Jai Opataya can come back and get the belts if he wants. If CBS thinks he can grab it while he's gone, Jai Opataya can come right back and get that off you. So I agree with you. I wouldn't say it's ducking by Jai Opataya by taking this opportunity. But CBS, if you want to unify and become undisputed, do it, please. I encourage it. Get Okoli out the way if you can, get Riakporhe out the way if you can, then go unify. It would be nice to see it undisputed. And if that's you, that's a superb career if you can pull that off. Superb career.
With your fighting style as well, you have smashed it. You have smashed it. I won't even hate it.
It'll be a British great if he beats Okoli again, Riakporhe, and starts to unify. He's a British great, so greatness is there for you. Let's see if you can do it.
I hear it. Quickly speak about Ben Whittaker, Flowz. Don't have to go too deep into it, but obviously he also won on the undercard. I tweeted on the account that Ben Whittaker is definitely an acquired taste. I think if you watch him, you'll see why. Because I saw a lot of people bigging him up. Also, a lot of people say he's so annoying. They don't like it, not liking him basically because Ben Whittaker, who by the way, he's been the same since the amateur days. This guy had his opponent rocked and wobbled, Flowz, and instead of him to follow up with a kill, he started doing showboat stuff. For the referee had to sit with Flowz. The referee had to grab him aside and say, "Stop doing that." Because he was showboating that mic. He kept doing this like
crazy. He was looking out the ring and boxing him by like this.
Flowz, this guy was wobbled. This guy was ready to go. And I'm thinking, so I said, Ben, pounce on him. He did. He was just there, and the referee had to stop. Like I've never seen a ref pull a guy aside to tell him to stop showboating and fight. So
even his opponent, who was hurt, was getting annoyed.
Finish me,
bloody dudes like walk off. I think what's he doing?
Yeah. He's definitely a character, Flowz. Funny guy. It's funny because he knew he could have this guy get him out any time, and the following round, Flowz, peach of a KO, as we saw, where he actually said, "Okay, cool, let me just get him out there real quick." Set him up with the right hand to steady him, and then it was the right, I think, wasn't it? And then he hit him with the left, Flowz, the left hook came around the side, and took him out, Flowz, and it was a brilliant KO, like a beautiful KO. That's what he can do. And he probably could have done at any portion of the fight, but he's a bit of an entertainer, isn't he, Flowz? He likes entertaining, so that's what he did. But very promising KO.
Yeah, I guess people will be rubbed the wrong way when you're doing it against food. Like you're doing a bit too much. Like it's constant.
Flowz, there's no way he does that against let's say if like imagine if he tried to do it against Buatsi or something, like it's no way he can't do it. No, surely not.
I'll wait more if he does. I'll wait that more than doing it against food. Like if you're picking and choosing, if that's your style, yeah, do it against the big boys then.
Can't allow it.
If that's what you're do it against big. Look, he's super talented.
Yeah, he is.
Just don't overdo it. Like if you can get someone out of there, get him out of there. If you want to do 1-2 dances, whatever, but when you're doing it over and over again, it just becomes gimmicky.
Bro,
and
even when the referee stopped, I said, "Yeah, thank you, ref." Because in my head, I was thinking, because you know what, fair play, ref, because that's ridiculous. I've never seen like I kid you not, this guy was his opponent was ready to go, Flowz, ready to go, and this guy he did it before he just started dancing and stuff and looking at. I thought to myself, what's he doing?
He's making the guy miss it, but it's almost like if that catches you here. But he's still violated.
Like you can do that once, but he just Flowz. He just kept doing it. He just
kept doing it.
He's a funny guy, man. Very, very interesting character, man.
Yeah. And these tattoos were killing me, man. He keeps getting these new anime tattoos.
Yeah, bro. I think this was the first time we've seen it as well. I didn't even realize he had the white beard tattoo, the white beard pirates tattoo.
He's only just got it. He never had it last fight.
That's what I'm thinking, because and then obviously I've then seen the Ace tattoo on his sleeve as well. For myself, because we know he's a big anime head, but man got it tatted, you know.
I can get white beard pirates on your back. That's too far. That's way too far. After what happened to white beard and then man there.
As it Flowz, not even the big thing, the
Ace tattoo fall back. After what happened to Ace, and your boxer.
And what happened to Whitebeard as well? Obviously, Whitebeard he's one of the goats, but he died. So yeah, man. Damn.
Okay, if you lose, they're gonna violate you with a hole through your chest. Shout out Whittaker, character, man. Character.
Yeah, big character, man. Big character.
And talented. Let's put that in. Massively
super talented. Yeah, as we know the UK's got a good crop of light heavy. So yeah, he's gonna be a matchup problem as well with his size and whatnot too. So yeah, man, like him. Look, he needs to keep being active, and we'll see if this showboating continues. If he's gonna carry out throughout his entire career. Flowz, let's quickly touch upon what's going on next week, because there's a few fights, but there's one fight that I particularly want to speak about, Flowz. A fight that I'm actually super excited for. It's actually one of the better fights. It's one of the best fights that we've seen, well, on paper this year. One of the best matchups from a boxing perspective, Flowz, because these are two supreme boxers. We have Sonny Edwards, UK Sonny Edwards versus Bam Rodriguez. Just a brilliant fight on paper, Flowz. As I said, two elite technical boxers, like elite level. They're both putting their belts up on the line, so it's a unification. These two are definitely the two best. What weight then is it? Flyweight. Yeah, these are definitely they're flyweight. Yeah, they're definitely the two best flyweights in the world. One's in the UK, one's from America. I look forward to it massively, Flowz. I'm happy for Sonny. Let me start off with that, Flowz. I think Sonny Edwards is a brilliant character to have in boxing. Again, he's someone that I feel like is in the quiet taste. I think a lot of people didn't like him at first. He's talkative, he's very mouthy and whatnot. But I really grown to like him more and more with each year. When you hear him speak, Flowz, he really knows his boxing. His IQ is superb. You can tell by the way he boxes. You could tell a high IQ person based on the way they box. Whereas someone like, sorry to go on Deontay, but someone like Wilder, not really so much high IQ. You can tell from the box, it translates into the ring as well.
Yeah.
But bro, Edwards, when you hear him on commentary, Flowz, his insights that he gives, really knows his boxing. You can tell he lives and breathes boxing. He's a funny guy as well, funny character, outspoken, speaks his mind, truth teller, all that kind of stuff. So I really like Sonny. And I'm happy that he's getting more and more recognition. And he's landed this big fight, because this is a career-making fight for him. This is probably the biggest and hardest fight of his career. And someone so skilled, he deserves to be in these kind of fights. Yeah. And then Bam, again, a character that I really like. A lot more quiet and more unassuming, but obviously in the ring, he's a killer, Flowz. He's a killer in that ring. Like he changes. So I really like both of these guys. From a technical perspective, Flowz, there isn't much between them at all. I think they're two of the finest technical technical guys in the division in the world. Actually, they're both if you're talking world pound for pound, both of these men can box your asses off. Where you can see when it comes to footwork, switch hitting, all that kind of stuff. Only thing, and this is me giving my prediction as well, Flowz. From a boxing perspective, they can both outbox each other. I don't even know if they can outbox. It might be even a draw from a boxing wise, Flowz, because Sonny is very clever with his angles and his footwork, but so is Bam. It's the same thing with Bam. Bam is I when I first watched Bam, Flowz, I'm thinking to myself, this guy reminds me of Lomachenko in the way he's angling people and whatnot. So they're both very similar in that regard. But Bam has power.
Yeah.
And that, unfortunately, for me, is the difference maker in this fight. If I'm to pick a winner, again, I don't want to call Sonny pillow-fisted, but the record kind of speaks for itself that it's 20 wins, 4 by KO. Sonny doesn't stop people. He tends to outbox you and put you on a technical masterclass for 12 rounds, but he doesn't get people out there. Bam actually does have power, and we've actually seen Bam get people out there. So it's interesting because Sonny feels like his power, he's going to really sit down this time. He said he reckons he can knock out Bam, and he's going to look. We never thought Haney could hurt Prograis, so who knows? But Sonny was like, "You're going to be really surprised at how hard I hit. Like I hit harder than you think. Trust me." Yeah. I'd be shocked if he stops Bam or hurts Bam. But I do think Bam might have the capability of hurting Sonny, and that's why I lean towards him. Because from a boxing perspective, I can't separate them, so I have to go to power.
Yeah, I hear you. I think Sonny's lying when he talks about stopping Bam. Look, we've been proven wrong a few times. I was
going to say, Flowz, we actually can't say much because we have been proven. Yeah,
we've been proven wrong a few times. But what I will say in terms of their boxing ability, both brilliant boxers, both super talented. Where I think what separates them is one, the power in Bam's favor.
Yeah.
I think if they both land, Bam's is going to be more damaging to Sonny than Sonny damaging Bam. The other thing, which I might lean in favor of Sonny Edwards, is back foot boxing ability, boxing on the back foot. Boxing more defensively. I think Sonny edges that slightly over Bam. Yeah. I think Bam, both great offensive boxers, like boxing ability, both angles, footwork, defensive. But I think just boxing on the back foot where someone's coming towards you and you're able to get out of there, maybe I think Sonny's for one of the best I've seen it across boxing. It just because we talked about this earlier. When you're fighting lesser position, you don't really need to box on the back foot as such. Yeah, you can kind of piece them up. Yeah, but Sonny's kind of showing that ability. So it's what's going to pip it for me. Is it going to be Bam's power landing, or is it Sonny going to be so defensive that when he's boxing on the back foot, move, and Bam's going to have to pick up his feet, but he's got great feet as well. So
I was going to say the real battle is the footwork battle. Yeah, because they're both, to me, have elite footwork. Yeah, and it's interesting because Sonny even said I watched their face-off, but he said what excites him about this fight is the fact that he believes Bam will be the first person to be able to keep up with him footwork-wise. Yeah, he said every other boxer he's fought have not been able to keep up with him footwork-wise, but from what he's seen of Bam will be the first one who actually will be able to keep up and step with him because. And likewise,
you have to pick your feet with Sonny.
Likewise as well. Bam, when you watch him, because he's an angler, he steps. Yeah. And to negate that, you have to step with them. So when you like that's what TFM did with Logan. When you're with an angler, you step with them if you have the capability of footwork wise. So the footwork battle was fascinating by itself. Yeah. Because they are slightly in terms of defensively, Sonny is more of. I've likened Bam to Lomachenko because the way he angles, and Loma's angles work offensively and defensively as well in his favor. Whereas Sonny, he's got the elusiveness similar to, let's say, Sweet Pea Whittaker, that kind of elusiveness in terms of how he can slip punches and avoid punches. Yeah. So slightly different in how they defend, but both cold in their own right. And Flowz, this is a chess match. This is a boxing fanatic in terms of technical boxing. Yeah, stay away. You won't enjoy this.
Casuals be watching. This is too fast for me to see. we missing the action.
This one here is for real purists. Like, it's a purist stream, I think, and I'm excited for that, man.
Let's not be exclusive. Casuals, come watch this one. Watch this one. You'll see boxing.
Come learn the sweet science. Yeah, I'm excited for it. But if I'm to pick a winner, Flowz, I'm going with Bam on this one. What about you?
I was gonna say Bam, but let me be different. Let's go heads up.
Cool. I would love for Sunny to win, by the way, because I like Sunny.
Yeah,
if I'm just being just a bit more, I think.
Yeah, I'm being a bit more wishful. I would say Paro, when it's two skilled boxers, the more telling punches, the difference. Yeah, the more telling punches, I believe, will come from Bam. But if Sunny drops a masterclass,
if Sunny drops as in terms of he makes Bam look, because in fact, this is valid now. We say this every time now, because I said there's no way that Crawford's going to wash Spence, and he did. So the door's open now, Flowz. I don't expect it to happen, but if one of these guys makes the other one look amateur, again, it's a frightening performance. It's another wow moment. I'm not expecting it, but as we see in Flowz, we've seen weirder things happen this year. So this year, elite guys have been getting washed out. So I'll be shocked if one of these guys makes the other guy look stupid.
Yeah,
Sunny has a capability. Bam has a capability, but Sunny more so. But I'll be shocked. I don't think Bam will let himself get washed. But we'll see.
I think it'll go to points. I think maybe Bam might get knocked out, might get something in that sense. I think it being in America favors Bam. I think if it was in the UK, maybe a hostile. Well, I don't know how much of a following Sunny has, but maybe I think a lot of the advantages is in Bam's favor. But I'm hoping Sunny can pull it off. Actually, I like both guys.
I like both guys massively, man.
I wouldn't begrudge any of them winning. I'll be happy for both of them. I think they're both great fighters, and both will come again despite a loss. Might even be a draw. They can run it back. It's a great matchup. So I'll root for Sunny though.
Shout out to Match if we get this one over the line. It's the one we wanted to see really when Sunny got his belt and Bam got his belt. So nice one. Look forward to that, man. That's a great fight. Just worth mentioning as well, David Morrell is fighting. He's a Cuban super middleweight. He's the regular champion, who I've mentioned a couple of times. He's a talented up-and-comer. He's fighting a Ghanaian called Sena Egbeko. I think he's putting his regular middleweight belt on the line. He was meant to fight with Benavidez, obviously, but Benavidez is, we know he's chasing Canelo at the moment, so he's doing his own thing. Also, Josh Kelly's also fighting Pretty Boy Kelly. We know he's on the rebound. He's fighting a guy called Rourke Knapp in Sunderland on the zone. So I think he's just to keep busy fight for him as he continues to sort of bounce back with his career too. So just those ones you can tune into, listeners. But the main one for me is obviously Sunny Edwards, Bam Rodriguez. That's the fight of the weekend for sure. The pick of the fights.
Split decision. That's going to be. That's
SD. Yes, that's a good shout. To be fair, that's a very good shout. That's a great shout. Oh man, that's a nice. That's all the fights really, Flowz. I think we mentioned the upper tire thingy. Not much really else to mention, to be honest, Flowz. I mean, I'm sure I know you've seen the Clarissa Shield pullover. That's going on. When I saw that, I said, "Oh gosh, Carissa's gonna be on at this all day now." And true to form, she has been. She's been going at it all day with people, explain the context. It's funny because she actually explained. She dropped an interview. When she initially called out Keith Thurman.
Yeah.
There was this interview was from was time ago, which is I can't remember when she called out Keith Thurman. But she said I think the report was have you ever been dropped by a man and stuff? Because she said she spars men all the time. Yeah. And she spoke about this incident. She said, I got dropped by one guy, but the guy took the padding out of his gloves and whatnot. So this was time ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. Obviously, she's saying that this sparring session in particular happened 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And this guy has now his manager's dropped it for clout and whatnot. So that's why she's been grilling him and whatever. But I believe Carissa, but it's just funny because I know that she's saying she's not rattled, but she is.
Always is.
She always says she's not rattled, she's not blah, 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 but she definitely is rattled that it's come out there. I agree with her, though. The guy is a bum if he's dropped it 5 years later for what? What's the point for bro, you get no props. It's a woman. You generally get no props for dropping a woman, at all. So I don't know what the aim of that was, but it's funny seeing her go off, and she's dropped a few clips now, video clips and stuff. Livid.
Look, maybe set up exhibition. Yeah, them two can run it.
She said she was kicking his ass.
Yeah.
So she said she was smashing him. So he went and got the padding out the gloves to make to get his own payback. But yeah, maybe set up.
Yeah,
this guy lost to Rolly in 2020.
Yes, exactly.
Guy in question. So
exactly.
Set up. Yeah, set up. Got it. Yeah, why not? Bless Grayson, man. Always has the same energy. But Flowz, I think we can leave it there. Episode 172 of the SZN Podcast. It's been a good one. I've been your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
As always, guys, you know what to do. Keep liking, subscribing, and following. Peace.
I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
Devin, what was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.